We have gathered a bunch of questions from viewers just like you, and we're going to get to as many of these as we possibly can. So what do you say we jump right in?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Question number 1. Why has it taken so long for the digital twin CNC concept to become a reality for the machine tool industry?
Well, there are about 5 factors that influenced, in my opinion, the overall development of digitalization. The first and foremost, the raw processing power. Number 2, in my opinion, the abundant cheap memory that is available to store data. The third one, in my opinion, are the sophisticated algorithms that we developed over the last decades that are responsible for actually taking apart complex data patterns. The fourth one, in my opinion, is the development of artificial intelligence. And last but not the least is really the ability of humans to really put together all these discrete elements and focus them on pure digital technology that really can be utilized with this utmost power and frenzy and focus to really evaluate the complex problems of manufacturing today.
All right, question number 2. Who benefits from the digital twin?
I'll take this one. So Kathy, this is a great question too. And you've heard today throughout all of the presentations and all of the content today that really both the machine builder and the end customer benefit from the digital twin. From the machine builder perspective, it really is engineering efficiencies that are gained by using digital twin technology. From the end customer perspective, it's a little bit different, but there are efficiencies that are gained while there's a machine running, and yet you can use the digital twin with Run My Virtual Machine and test out new part programs or new safety technologies or whatever it may be. While that machine is still making parts, the end customer can be testing out new technologies with the digital twin.
So at the end, it's really about speed to market.
Absolutely
really,
right.
That's what it is.
All right, speed to market it is. All right, and question number 3. What features does XENOMIC 1 retain from the existing 840D, and what makes it different than the existing 840D?
That's a great question. Because, anytime you talk about change, you are thinking at the back of your head, do I have to throw away all the knowledge that I have learned up till now with the existing systems away? And that particular part is completely taken away when you actually take a look at the features and functionality of XENOMIC 1. Just to give you an example, all the efforts that you really put in terms of really learning our previous systems, your entire knowledge base related to those systems is completely preserved when you make the transition to XENOMIC 1. Let me assure you of that. Having said that, XENOMIC 1 is an enhancement of the existing knowledge base of our systems in the digitalization space as well as in the virtualization space. So when we talk about a digital twin, we are really talking about an enhanced element of the existing XENOMIC solution line or power line that did not exist before. So let me assure the entire audience over here that when we introduce XENOMIC 1 to the market, you can be fully assured that your investment in the previous Siemens products and your knowledge base is totally protected for a smooth transition.
Thank you so much. Okay. Next question is a technical question, but I've got the right guys here. I know it. All right, will XENOMIC 1 use the same TIA portal tools as SIMATIC PLC-based automation solutions?
I'll take this one. And yes, the XENOMIC 1 is completely developed around the S7-1500 PLC platform. So it uses TIA portal, it uses enhanced safety, it uses the same drives. So it's designed to be part of the overall TIA portal family.
Okay.
And just to add to that, the total TIA portal family consists of over 200,000 products that interact with each other. So when you are really talking about the TIA portal that Brian talked about, you are really talking about a comprehensive family of products that seamlessly work with each other within a single piece of software, which is called the TIA portal.
Wow, okay. All right, now this one is about training. How does Run My Virtual Machine compare to sinewtrain for the rest of the sinumeric CNC family?
Brian, you want to take this one?
Sure. So the difference between Run My Virtual Machine and sinewtrain is really Run My Virtual Machine is part of the digital twin. And you can test more of the PLC functionality. You just asked a question about the S7-1500 and TIA portal. Run My Virtual Machine plays in that environment. sinewtrain was a product that's still capable of testing your machine and testing your part programs and things like this, but it's a much the user experience of using Run My Virtual Machine is much more enhanced with its digitalization capabilities.
All right, now from a shop that's already using sinumeric. I have multiple machines equipped with 840D SL. Will I be able to use NC programs from these machines on machines that have sinumeric 1?
The short answer to the question is an absolute yes. As I indicated earlier, the investment that our customers have already made in sinumeric solution line or power line or even 828D in the past will be fully preserved when you actually migrate or when you add sinumeric 1 as an additional element of manufacturing on your actual floor.
Here's a good software question. All right, why should I consider edge computing for my CNC machine shop, and how would I benefit from it?
So I'll take this one, Rajesh.
Okay.
With edge computing, there's high-speed frequency data that you need to collect either at the machine or at the control itself. So edge computing goes out and gathers all that high-speed data and does some analytics and with our apps to be able to do something with this very high-speed information. That we can then take this information that maybe not time-critical and put it up into the cloud, into MindSphere, and do further analysis of this data.
Okay.
I mean, and just to enhance or just to add to what he already said, as far as edge computing is concerned, it's literally a PC that is directly connected to the machine. But what it enables for you is high frequency data collection at a very rapid rate. By that I mean, at a frequency of 1000 hertz, you are in a position to collect 200 variables at a time.
That's amazing, right?
That means you are in a position to, at every second, you are in a position to capture 200 variables.
Wow.
And obviously, after capturing them, you are in a position to analyze them at a very high frequency.
Okay, well, exploring further, here's the next question. Can you give us an example of an edge app?
Probably the one I would really like, there are many applications, first of all, in this particular space. But the one which I would really like to highlight is Manage My Workpiece. Imagine the possibility of actually executing a program on the machine, capturing the surface quality data of the part that is actually being cut on the machine in real time as it is being cut on the machine, and comparing the quality of that particular surface to the actual part that you have designed with your CAM software offline, and then come up with a compensation that will actually help you to improve the actual surface finish of the part being cut in real time on the machine. That is an awesome capability in terms of really maintaining your surface finish and in terms of producing quality parts over thousands and thousands of batch sizes. Now, this kind of unique capability is only available in sinumeric 1 through the effective use of edge computing technology and a Manage My Workpiece application. A kind of unique feature, I would say, of this specific control.
Okay, great, thank you. Here's another one. An end user asks, how can I monitor the production KPIs of my shop floor?
I mean, the short answer to the question is we have multiple apps capable of monitoring different types of KPIs that an end user really wants to monitor on his floor. I'm just going to highlight one out of the several ones that we have. And that is called adaptive control and monitoring. Adaptive control and monitoring is a piece of software that directly runs on sinewtrain that actually allows the feed rate to change to give the optimal surface finish. And this is actually being done directly on the fly by taking in-process measurements of the workpiece as well as considering the actual tool wear that is taking place directly at the tool tip along with the appropriate feed rates. The idea is to really influence the feed rates so that we are in a position to bring in the actual tolerances of the finished part within the design specifications. So this is just one example that I can give you, which is a very effective example, which we have used very, very successfully in the automotive industry in order to provide up to 20% savings in terms of actual cutting time. So we are actually getting 20% productivity gain on some of the machines on which we have really tested this piece of software.
So you're saying I can extend my tool life and reduce my cycle time by 20%. That's impressive.
Brian, that is an excellent way of summarizing it. Yeah.
Sounds good. As a machine tool builder, I'm always looking for ways to accelerate my business. What tool or tools would I benefit from?
So we actually have a couple tools. One is Manage My Machines, and another one is Manage My Machines Remote. And with these two apps, it gives the machine builder the capability to look at different business models. They can go into a business model of now I want to service all of the machines that are in my fleet. I want to know that what is the machine uptime, look at possible preventive maintenance routines, all by connecting to these machines, all with one app that you can throw on any type of mobile device or iPad, whatever it may be. And so they can look at these machines, look at how productive they're being, and exactly looking at the performance of these machines, reaching out to their customers, offering up service capabilities.
That is an excellent example, Brian, especially when you take a look at once the machine tool is delivered to an end customer, how the machine builder could actually monetize that particular machine tool. Mm-hmm. I would give another example in the same space, but it comes much earlier. It's a product that we offer under the name Mechatronic Concept Designer. Mm-hmm. Mechatronic Concept Designer actually allows a machine builder to literally build his machine in virtual space. Meaning, we are in a position to not simply give the tools, the mechanical tools, and those tools existed for a long time for a machine builder to directly use a digital package to build the machine in virtual space. That is nothing new. But with Mechatronic Concept Designer, we give the machine builder the capability of combining our hardware in virtual space with the mechanical design of the machine. So imagine combining the software that runs our CNC to be available as a piece of software in virtual space. And you are in a position to combine it directly in real time in terms of evaluating the performance of the machine to simulate the overall interaction of the machine. So instead of having a physical motor, instead of having a physical CNC, the CNC engine itself or the motor itself, along with the drives and motors, are really emulated in digital space through software. And these digital models of our products are really combined with the design models of the machine to give a realistic demonstration of the actual functioning of the machine, to analyze the machine during design phases. So when you actually produce the first prototype that you produce is truly a fully functional machine. In the past, you would have actually produced a prototype, run the prototype, found out the deficiencies in the prototype, and then changed the design. This iterative process is completely reduced, and the entire time to market is really compressed using this tool.
Beautiful. So saving time and money Which is
It's
something
all
that we
about
could all
speed.
do,
It's
right?
all about efficiency. It's all about how quickly you can bring your product to market and make it successful.
Right. Okay, thank you. Okay, now this question is about support. Siemens is a global company. When it comes to digitalization, do you have local experts to support us?
Absolutely, Kathy. So with the team of the machine tool Siemens Machine Tool team that we have here in the USA, we have what we call an application center. And this application center has a team of engineers that are always on top of the latest technology that we're coming out with. So they've all been trained with sinewtrain 1, both with the virtual CNC and the real CNC. So we are completely ready for not only moving out of this pilot phase, but actually selling the sinewtrain 1 to new customers.
All right, doing a great job, you two. You ready for the next one?
We're ready.
All right, here we go. And this one's about timing. Here's what they asked. I really liked the presentation about sinewtrain 1, but we're already using sinewtrain 840D. Should we make the change now?
If the current products are fully fulfilling the needs of the machine tools that you're selling, stick with those. But in future, when you are really trying to invent new products, you are really trying to offer solutions for digitalization, the perfect solution for you for the new product lines is going to be a sinewtrain 1, because it really opens a whole new dimension for you in terms of really designing new machine concepts as well as new machine tool approaches for machining, right?
Yeah, and really from the end customer point of view, if you have a plant that's already full of 840D and you're happy with the performance, we still offer today digitalization tools and edge computing for our current product line with 840D. sinewtrain 1 takes that to the next step and to the next level. And with Run My Virtual Machine, you heard the experts talking about this today, and some of the benefits from an end user perspective. For sinewtrain 1, digitalization is a journey. And sinewtrain 1 and Run My Virtual Machine, it's a piece of the digitalization puzzle. And if an end customer or you are ready to make a leap into that journey, we are absolutely here to support you.
That's all the time we have for questions today. Thank you, Brian and Rajas.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Kathy.
We so appreciate you. For more information, please check out all the resources available on our website at the address shown here. You'll find videos, case studies, guides, and the technical information you need to get you started on your path to digitalization. As we close today's virtual event, the following short video reminds us just how far the machine tool industry has come. Industry 4.0 and IoT are no longer elusive concepts on a distant horizon. The future of our industry, our ability to reach our greater potential, is well within our grasp.
The idea to be able to bring Siemens and our company together, two companies that are clearly focused on bringing a productivity focus and a profitability focus to the end user. And the fact that we can actually look at a way to tangibly provide a solution today versus just talk about it and conceptually think about it, to take sinewtrain 1 and add that to our existing Ingersoll software, it's really coming about as a reality at the perfect time in our development and our digital approach.
Well, gentlemen, thank you. This has been an exciting event. We thank the machine tool professionals who have joined us today. Be sure to check out all the resources on our website and don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you, everyone, and stay safe.